their own perception of reality. There is a woman sitting at her kitchen table right now. She's trying to remember a conversation. She knows it happened. She knows what was said. She knows how it made her feel, and someone she loves has just told her, calmly, with absolute certainty, that the conversation never took place. And for the first time in her life, she does not know who to believe, her own memory, or the person looking at her like she is losing her mind. This is what gaslighting looks like in real life. Not dramatic, not loud. A quiet, methodical dismantling of the one tool a person uses to evaluate everything else. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how this works, the 4 techniques that always appear together, and what to do if you recognize yourself in any of it. Stay with me. In 1944, a film was released called Gaslight. A wealthy young woman marries a charming man. He seems perfect, attentive, generous, devoted. Then small things begin to happen in their home. A painting moves, a piece of jewelry disappears. The gaslights begin to dim at strange times. She notices these things. She mentions them. And every single time, her husband tells her, calmly, that nothing is happening, that she is imagining it, that she has always been fragile. By the end of the film, she has stopped trusting her own eyes, and he has nearly succeeded in having her committed. So he can take the inheritance she did not know he was after. The film gave a name to a pattern that had existed for as long as humans had been manipulating each other. Gaslighting. Researchers studying psychological manipulation have identified 4 techniques that gaslighting always uses. 4 mechanisms, always present, always together. And once you can name them, you can finally see them. The first technique is denial. They flatly deny that something happened, even when you witnessed it directly. That conversation never happened. I never said that. You are remembering it wrong. Said calmly, said with certainty. Repeated often enough that your own memory begins to feel unreliable. The second technique is minimizing. When you express how something made you feel, your reaction is dismissed. You are too sensitive. You always overreact. Why do you turn everything into a big deal? Over time, you begin to minimize your own feelings before anyone else can. And that is when the gaslighter no longer has to do the work. You are doing it for them. The third technique is diverting. Every time you raise an issue, the subject changes, or the blame redirects. Why are you always bringing up the past? You are the one with the problem. The original issue disappears, and suddenly you are defending yourself instead of raising a legitimate concern. The fourth technique is the most dangerous. Countering memory. They do not just deny what happened, they replace it with a different version, delivered with absolute certainty, repeated consistently, until their version of events begins to feel more real than your own. Here is the science most people do not know. Memory is not a recording. It is a reconstruction. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus spent decades proving something terrifying about the human mind. Every time you recall an event, your brain rebuilds it from fragments, and that reconstruction is vulnerable to outside influence. In study after study, she showed that a single confident, repeated suggestion could alter what a person remembered about something they had directly experienced. Not in damaged people, in normal, functioning, intelligent adults, which means the gaslighter is not fighting against your certainty. They are exploiting a real structural vulnerability in how memory actually works. This is not weakness. This is a brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, in a situation it was never designed to handle. And here is where the robot comes in. For the first time in human history, you have access to something a gaslighting victim has never had before. An outside witness with no emotional stake, no history with the person manipulating you, no agenda, no reason to soften the truth or take sides. You can describe what is happening to you in your own words and ask one question: does this pattern have a name? That single question, answered from outside your nervous system, can begin to restore the one thing gaslighting most deeply attacks: your trust in your own perception. So here is what this means for you. Starting today, 3 things change. First, you begin documenting conversations that matter, events that confused you, how you felt at the time they happened. Date them, keep them somewhere private, because a gaslighter cannot rewrite what is already on the page. Second, you rebuild outside connection. Every gaslighter works to isolate their target. Reach out to one person this week who knew you before this dynamic began, not to tell them anything dramatic, just to reconnect, because that connection is the lifeline this manipulation tried to cut. Third, you trust the timestamp. Your emotional response in the moment something happened is real data. How you felt 5 minutes after a conversation is real data. That data existed before anyone had the chance to rewrite it, and it is more reliable than any version of events delivered to you afterward with absolute certainty. And the most important shift of all, you stop apologizing for noticing things. You were not too sensitive, you were not too emotional, you were not imagining it. You were perceiving reality accurately. And someone worked very hard to convince you otherwise. That ends now. If something in this landed, if you recognized a pattern you have lived inside, do one thing right now. Hit like. Not for the algorithm, because it tells me this kind of content is worth making more of. This channel exists at the intersection of human wisdom and AI intelligence. Every dark psychology case file is built around one goal: to show you the patterns operating in your life before they can operate on you. Subscribe, turn on notifications. The next case file is about why narcissists specifically target empaths and why the attraction is not accidental. And drop a comment below. You do not have to tell the whole story. Just say, I recognize this, because you are not alone. And knowing that matters more than you realize. I will see you in the next case file.